Boo. Hello. Somebody's here. Is this on? Hello, 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 hello. Can you guys hear me? I'll just talk loud. Hey, guys, I'm Heath West with Wave 92.7 and Wave 93.3. Thank y'all for coming out to the Club Braman Performance Theater today. Fantastic new young singer-songwriter who hails from Muscle Shoals, Alabama, which is just a music hub. If you guys know about the history of music, that's where she's from. And she was discovered playing piano at a really cool hotel bar there in Muscle Shoals. So please welcome Miss Wammack, Rachel Wammack, ladies and gentlemen.
What a sweet intro. How are y'all? I love that. That's good. Well, like he said, I'm from Muscle Shoals, Alabama, and this is my first time in this area of Florida. So thank y'all for being so welcoming earlier when I was warming up. And I was discovered in my hometown, Muscle Shoals, Alabama, and it's pretty cool because I feel like most of the time people are discovered, moving to a big city or being on a show or some sort of contest. And I was actually discovered as a senior in high school, performing literally a 6:30 to 9:30 p.m. set, playing the piano just like this. And I just started performing out that year, and I'd bought my first piano, which I actually had used that same piano for 7 years up until like 2 months ago. So this is my first new piano that I'm getting to feature for y'all. But the other one had a lot of bumps and scratches because I was playing out a lot in Muscle Shoals. So it had a lot of wear and tear. But there just so happened to be one night when I was performing at a Marriott in Muscle Shoals. The Sony head of A&R in Nashville, and he was sitting at the bar having a drink waiting on his table while I'm performing next to the bar. Like, when does that happen ever in Muscle Shoals? And I was absolutely honored when he came up to me at the end of the night and said, I like the covers that you did, but I also like the original music that you played. Did you write it by yourself? I'm like, yes, I wrote it by myself. And he was like, well, I would love to just have a conversation with you about your music. And he gave me his card that said Sony Nashville, and I was like, fake. This guy can't be real. No way. And I took it home to my parents, and they were like, no, this is Sony Nashville, like legit card. And my dad and I met with Jim, is his name. And I was a senior in high school, so I was trying to figure out my move for college or what I was going to do with my life. And I knew in my gut that I needed to get my degree, so I decided I was going to go to the University of North Alabama, which is 5 seconds from Muscle Shoals. And I'm really grateful for that now because I feel like most people being a senior in high school and you meet this dude from Sony and you're like jumping on it. You're like, I'm going to do this. This is my career. And something in my gut, I trust my gut, said you need to stay home and go to school. And I'm glad that I did because I got the material for this EP that I've written in the past couple years. And so I'm just going to play through the EP for y'all. Cool. So part of the EP, I guess, is about a breakup. Classic. And I had a really long relationship from middle school, like 13 years old, to 19, a freshman in college. And one of those that when it ended, it was kind of a cut off cold turkey, no contact kind of thing. And he actually ended up reaching back out a couple years later at 4 a.m. So I'm like, cool. What do you want? And I was, over it at that point. And so we never had that conversation of closure, And so I didn't know if he was wanting to have closure then or just, have a conversation or get back together or whatever. And it's funny because, I learned a lot about closure. And in the movies and in the media and everything, everybody's like, oh, I want closure so bad. But I feel like in real life, like we just want to hold on just a little bit longer. I'm reaching out, I said I wouldn't, but what could I do? I thought it would be nothing for me, just sewing a wound, and that it would make me stronger just to cut it off forever, and we could both feel light and let it fall. Oh, but baby, this whole time I've been pretending you're still mine. And the truth is I'm not ready for this at all. Said I needed it, but I'm not ready for this at all. Don't say you don't care anymore. I don't wanna be bitter. I'd rather hurt than nothing. Don't keep your feelings hidden. Just the thought of something new makes my whole life shiver, and we're both getting older. Can a first love ever be over? Don't you dare give me closure. Don't you dare give me closure. From riding trains to whispering names under the moon. No, we aren't perfect, babe, but you know I wouldn't trade nothing for you. Maybe we'd be stronger if we cut it off forever, and we could both feel light and let it fall. Oh, but what's the point of living, oh, if we can't be forgiving? I knew I shouldn't, but I couldn't help it, call. I knew I shouldn't, but I couldn't help it, call. Don't say you don't care. I don't wanna be bitter. I'd rather hurt than nothing. Don't keep your feelings hidden. Just the thought of something new makes my whole life shiver, and we're both getting older. Can a first love ever be over? Don't you dare give me closure. Don't you dare. I'd been telling myself I'd be prepared for this, and I thought it would help if I could hear you say it, but I still want to give you everything. Oh, I still want to give you everything. Don't say you don't care anymore. I'm sick of being bitter. I'd rather hurt than nothing. Don't keep your feelings hidden. Just the thought of something new makes my whole life shiver, and we're both getting older. Can a first love ever be over? Don't you dare give me closure. Don't you dare, don't you dare give me closure. Don't give me closure. Thank you. So I've been in Nashville for almost, or just over 2 years now. My 2-year anniversary was August 15th, and I'm very grateful to have the opportunity to play for y'all after a year of being signed. It's really incredible, and I'm very humbled on this journey. And I've had the pleasure of writing in a lot of really wonderful songwriter rooms in Nashville. As y'all know, it's known for its storytelling and songwriting, and I'm thankful to have been immersed in that kind of community and in that just lifestyle of writing that way. And I actually, for the first time, was able to write with 2 women for the first time, 2 ladies. And it was funny because I'd either written with a guy and me, or a guy and a girl and me, or 2 guys and me, and it had never been just us 3 girls. And so I was like, this is going to be epic. So we ended up writing this song that either one of us had experienced directly or someone we'd known had experienced. And it's just about compromising too much and losing yourself in a relationship to just meet somebody else's expectations of you, and how that can just be really, really suffocating. And this is my Take Back My Voice song. Couldn't tell you how it happened. Did I let go? Did I give in? Steady heart to shaky hands, and I lost myself in my own skin. Noisy room and I was quiet, suffocating and I was fine with it. What's a voice if you don't realize it's waiting here within? So to the girl just singing in the shower, who shut up and forgot about her power, no, I've never been much of a shouter, but something inside said, get a little louder. Now I've got something to say. My boyfriend doesn't speak for me anymore. Oh, my boyfriend doesn't speak for me anymore. I'm more of me the further I get, talking dreams through my purple lipstick. Forgot how much I love Bob Dylan and chocolate ice cream in my drinks. I'm done fighting my natural curves, putting makeup all over my words. It sure feels good to hear what I think. So to all the girls just singing in the shower, who shut up and forgot about their power, now I've got something to say. My boyfriend doesn't speak for me anymore. Oh, my boyfriend doesn't speak for me anymore. But my boyfriend doesn't speak for me anymore. Oh, my boyfriend, he doesn't speak for me anymore. Yeah, my boyfriend, he doesn't speak for me. Thank you. or your girlfriend, or your best friend, or your mama after 18. So it's all good. I love the men. I love my man, so he's good, and he's a good sport about the song. Because people are always asking, do you speak for her? Is that one about you? And he's so good. He's like, no, I don't speak for her. So it's really good. But so I'm really thankful to have my first single go into country radio. That is just really wild for me. I'm so grateful. I really, I never imagined as a little girl or even as a high schooler when I started playing out, or even in college, I never imagined that I would be putting out a single on the radio. So I'm very, very grateful. I just want y'all to know that. And basically, the follow-up from meeting Jim as a senior, I would just send Jim songs like every 3 or 4 months. I tried not to bug him too much, but I wanted him to know I was there and I was writing and I was growing as an artist and growing as a writer. And I put out 2 records in college, and that was pretty cool. And I also, so funny, I don't normally tell people this, but I did pageants in college to pay for my college education, and it was cool to be able to do that because there's a talent portion in the pageants, you know. And so I was like, I just want to play for as many people as possible, so I'll start doing pageants. And that also really benefited me a lot. So I've been very well prepared for this job and these opportunities, and I'm grateful for that as a young person. And so when I was getting ready to graduate, and I'm like running on the treadmill. This is like a couple days before my last final, and I just had the thought pop in my head to text Jim. So I texted him. I was like, Jim, I'm playing a lot. I'll put you up in a Marriott if you'll come and see me play. I was like feeling bougie. I'm like, okay, I'll put you up in the Marriott. And but he denied it or declined it. He said it was CMA Fest there. So I don't know if y'all know about it, but it's pretty crazy at CMA Fest. So he said, will you just come play for our A&R team here in Nashville? And I was like, yeah. And I didn't really realize the weight of what an A&R team was and the decisions they could make. So it was really wonderful knowing Jim. I wasn't like super nervous. And I just literally did this. I just went and played for him songs that I'd written back home. And they were like, well, Rachel Wammack, you need to move yesterday. And I will never forget that. That was the coolest thing. And I'd never heard anyone use that expression. So I thought that was like really, really cool. And so I wasn't really convinced to move, though, because I was like, I don't trust people in the industry. So, you know, do they really want to work with me? Or are they just like being nice? Because I don't want to, they weren't offering a deal. They were just saying, move. And so the youngest girl on the A&R team started taking me to dinner and saying, Rachel, I think you should move. We're still not offering a deal, but I think you should move. And so finally, I just started praying, and I was like, Lord, if I'm supposed to move to Nashville, I need a place to live and I need a job. And within 2 weeks, I had both. And so I moved to Nashville August 15th, 2016. And I got a job as a bartender, and I'd never been a bartender before. And I was not a good bartender, and I was told I was not a good bartender. But I love people, so I love meeting people and making friends and listening. And I did a lot of listening as a bartender because it was a hotel bar yet again, can't get away from them. And I made friends with a lot of the regulars, and they would like pour their hearts out to me. And I don't know, I just saw people in a different way being in that position. And so my first single actually came from that experience as a bartender. And, you know, I learned a lot about love, and I learned a lot about heartbreak. best friend Bartender. I make drinks to help forget and help remember. Beautiful humans, I am a student, and I've seen it from all sides, winning and losing. Oh, what love can do, love can do, love can do some damage. She was his first wife, and she was his whole life. He whispers through the whiskey that I've got her eyes, and then the others, the cancer, the mother, and the prodigal just trying to find some shelter. Oh, what love can do, love can do, love can do some damage. Oh, what love can do, love can do, love can do some damage. I listen and I smile, the breaking up to making up, to walking down the aisle we try to manage. From the cradle to the grave, getting lost and getting saved. Love's always been the same in any language. I'm a bartender. If you came in here, oh, I'd pretend that I'd forgotten to remember all of the beautiful ruins. And tonight I'll make a toast to me and you, and all that love can do, love can do, love can do some damage. Oh, all that love can do, I still love you, and love can do some damage. Oh, some damage. Thank y'all. Thank you so much, Wave, for having me. This is awesome.
Are you all done? I wanted to talk to you a little bit.
Talk to me.
If I'm allowed to. My microphone's working and
Talk to
everything.
me.
So you were a senior in high school. So what were you, 17, 18?
I was 17, yes.
And playing at a hotel bar?
Yes, I was.
Sweet gig.
A sweet gig. Well, it was funny because I bought my piano from Counts Brothers Music in Muscle Shoals, and the guy who sold me the piano gave me his gig that weekend, which was cool, and because he needed somebody to fill in for him. And so I played that Friday night, my first time playing at the restaurant. It's called the 360 Grill. And that night they asked me at the end of the night if I wanted to be a hostess there, which was so funny. And so I got a job as a hostess there. So I would hostess Monday through Thursday, and then I would play on the weekends there.
Nice.
So, oh, yeah.
Well, why piano? Why did you start playing the piano, and when?
So I started playing piano at 6 years old, and my mom made me take lessons. She said, you take lessons for 5 years, and then you can do whatever you want.
5 years is a commitment, though.
I hated it. I really didn't like, as a little kid, you don't want to just sit down and practice. And I'm glad that my mom made me sit down and practice.
And we are too. Rachel Wammack, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna do.
Thank you.
We're gonna do a little meet and greet here once we get the stage cleared and all that, and you guys get a picture. And I think we got some barbecue, right? We got food. I can smell it.
Oh,
that's for
yes.
sure. So
Thank
we'll
you,
get some
Jesus.
food as well. Again, ladies and gentlemen, Rachel Wammack here in the Club Braman
Thank you,
Performance Theater.
Wave.
Thank you
Thank
so much.
y'all.